and welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Today, we're going to unbox and take a quick look at Marvel United, Tales of Asgard. Now, I've started a playlist for Marvel United, so take a look at that. This will fall under that, and I will put a link to it in the description. But this is a somewhat of a miniatures game from CMON. There's really not it's not truly a miniatures game. There are chibi type miniatures in the game. That's kind of the appeal to it. But this is basically a card game where each of the different heroes, and in this case we're getting Thor and Korg and Valkyrie to fight against Loki. And they're going to have unique asymmetrical type abilities and cards, and it's a cooperative game where you're going to be playing as a team against a villain, and so this can be played, I think, by itself, but this is really meant to be combined with all the other various Marvel United sets. This is just giving you some new characters to play out and a new villain to play out. Taking a look at the back here, here are the miniatures that I mentioned, but it's really their cards which drive the game. The realm eternal stands as a bastion of justice throughout the cosmos. Only Loki, the god of mischief, dares threaten Asgard's peace with his obsession for usurping the throne. Fortunately, Asgard is home to many of the universe's most powerful individuals, but can they all be trusted? Loki's insidious illusions play upon the hearts and minds, needs and desires, and no one, not even the mighty Thor himself, can wholly guard against his influence. Why any of the heroes might be unwittingly in Loki's employ. So these are Loki is the bad guy here, and then you're getting three new heroes to play. And again, you can play these against Loki, or you can mix and match and with all the other Marvel United stuff. I have I think I've only done one unboxing of my Marvel United stuff. I'll probably go back and revisit some of those. But I have quite a few. I have the original base set. All my stuff is generally retail. Spider-Man, X-Men, and I think I got something else in there. I think I may even have a Doctor Strange promo as well. So this is going to add in there. I've always been a big fan of Thor, and having another villain to fight. And the villains all have very unique abilities. So having another villain to fight is always music to my ears. So let's get inside this and see what we get in here. As I think I've said in a previous video on this, but I'll say it again here, my girls enjoyed playing this. My son likes playing group games, but he likes playing more competitive type stuff. He likes playing large group competitive, or one-on-one magic and collectible type stuff. Co-op stuff he's not a big fan of, but my girls really do like. They do enjoy playing this, and we've played several of these. So you get a little explanation sheet here. So this has all the components. So you got your new heroes, your new villain. You get the hero cards. There's allegiance cards. I got to read up on that, where that fits in. That might be something they've added over time. There's some mistrust tokens. I think that plays in with Loki, because he is the god of mischief, so you never know where you stand. Here's the villain dashboard. Again, each of the villains have their own kind of conditions of how you can defeat them. We're getting some new locations, which is cool. And then alone, so we get maybe that's solo play, and a traitor challenge. So again, you never know what where Loki stands, or where you stand when Loki's in play. So that's interesting. So we got a little bit of a traitor aspect going on here. If you're not familiar with the traitor concept, that is where it happens in a lot of cooperative games where you're all playing on the same side, or you think, but one person or maybe more than one are not. And so that's an interesting aspect there. So these are some of the these are the mistrust tokens here. And everything goes back in the box. They have a nice little tray here and a cover. Here is the Loki board. So you've got, whether you're playing 2, 3, or 4 players, how many health he's going to have. And then again, if you're not familiar with the game, there's going to be 3 kind of missions that you need to accomplish, or 3 areas you need to accomplish before you can even attack Loki. A little warped here because I guess it was kind of bent in the box. So you're going to need a base set, and I think there's at least 2 or 3, or if not more, of those base sets out there that have all the cards you need. You can't play this alone because you don't have all the components that are needed to play the base game there. So that's Loki, his special rules. Here are the new locations. Get a look at those. So we got Heimdall's Observatory, Odin's Vault, the Bifrost Bridge, Asgardian Palace, Throne Room, Valhalla, and there we go. So we got some nice new locations there, and we got the chibi kind minis. Here's Loki. Very cool. And you can tell they're villains because they're red. And then if they're purple, that means they can be a villain or a hero. So you should have cards that can let them play both. And spoiler alert, I might be opening up one where Loki can be the hero or the villain. Imagine that. Or maybe he's the hero and no, the villain is somebody else. Sorry about that. That multi-person is somebody else. To be continued. There's Thor. Here is Valkyrie. And then you get Korg. Very cool. And then they're going to have, a lot of things are kind of warped, so maybe this has been on the shelf for quite some time, maybe. Just maybe. I'm going to put this, I think this might qualify for a Kilroy's bargain. I got it pretty cheap. It was on sale, plus I had a coupon to get it as well. So yeah, I'll decide at a later date. There's something else I'm going to open up that definitely is going to be a Kilroy's bargain because of all the discounts and everything. Usually a Kilroy's bargain is something where if I'm paying less than half, I'm probably a Kilroy's bargain. If I'm paying less than a third, definitely a Kilroy's bargain. But that's just my own standards. Definitely some warping going on here. So these are Korg's cards here. Take a look at those first. So they're all going to be unique. And the way this game plays is basically you're chaining actions. So you're going to play 2 actions, and then whatever the last action's out there, when someone else plays next, they get to use, that action, and then they play their 2 actions. And then whatever's left, they keep going. I think you play 2. It's been a while since I played it. These are wild cards, which is always good. And then he's going to have some special abilities that are only on his cards and only he can use. So that's Korg there. Put them there. Here's Valkyrie's cards. And some of these are move, and there's going to be 6 locations that are around, and you can mix in these or use some of the other ones. And you move location to location. The villain's going to be moving location to location. Also with, they're going to have some baddies out on the board as well. So here's Valkyrie's card. So that's an attack. That's a move. That's star power. That activates like special abilities. Sometimes you got the wild card, and then she has her own unique abilities as well. Then we get Thor, which is really the main reason why I picked this up. Had to have some Thor going on here. He's got a lot of attack, a lot of double attack there. Let's see what his special abilities. Milgenar. And there's an equipment out there now. This set doesn't have that, so Milgenar will have its own card and ability out there. This is the threat. So these are tied to Loki. So these are the different threats that are going to be at the location that you have to resolve, and use the stars to get rid of those, and before you can actually access the location's ability. So that's a Loki thing. And then Loki has his own deck that you have to worry about. This is where he's moving and what he does and where he spreads chaos. So again, it's a very it's the AI is kind of built in, and in that regard, this is very easy to solo. I think there are separate solo rules, but this game is very easy to solo because it's a co-op game at its heart. So I'm not sure this is a challenge. This was something they added in. I think this lets you ratchet up the difficulty. This is that traitor challenge. I have to read up on that. You got these allegiance. So this will, I think, ties into that traitor challenge. So you're gonna draw a card, and you're not gonna know if you're only you'll know if you're the traitor. Nobody else will know. So there you have it. That is all the stuff that you get in a box of Marvel United. What is this? The Call of Asgard? Is that what we're talking about? Ooh, we're gonna drop all the stuff here. All the stuff is falling in. That traitor aspect's kind of cool. Yes. Tales of Asgard. There you have it. Thank you all for stopping by. Love to know what you think about this, about these characters, these heroes, and what they add to the game, or let that traitor aspect. I think it's interesting. I got a pretty good deal on it and thought I'd add a little bit of Norse mythology to my mix. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Take care. Thanks for watching.